Gildan Media, a division of Recorded Books, presents Sense and Respond: How Successful Organizations Listen to Customers and Create New Products Continuously, by Jeff Gothelf and Josh Seiden. Narrated by Graham Rowat. Introduction. A two-way conversation with the market. In 1975, a researcher named Stephen Sasson, working in a lab at Eastman Kodak, built the first digital camera. It was a clunky machine, but Sasson's vision was clear. He saw the potential. In 15 to 20 years, he told executives, the technology would be ready to compete against film. You could hardly blame executives for their skepticism, though. The contraption needed a tape drive to operate and took nearly 30 seconds to produce a tiny, low-resolution black-and-white image. Still, Sasson and Kodak kept at it. Indeed, by 1989, they had created a commercially viable digital camera. But Kodak executives never got behind it. In the years that followed, digital photography blossomed, but Kodak did not, or could not, respond. Digital camera sales overtook film cameras by 2004. Kodak declared bankruptcy in 2012. It's easy to see this story as a failure to innovate, and of course that's true in part. The lessons of the innovator's dilemma are obvious in this story. Business leaders often miss the threat posed by disruptive technology until it's too late. It would be a mistake, though, to think this story is only about innovation. It's about much more than that. We all now recognize that digital technology in its many forms is disrupting traditional businesses. Now we have to ask, what are we, as leaders, going to do about that problem? In other words, we sense the threat. Now we face a new question. How should we respond? Borders, the bookstore chain, certainly sensed the threat. By 2006, Amazon.com had overtaken Borders in sales. The large bricks-and-mortar retailer was struggling to respond. Borders was facing a handful of problems. Its superstore strategy, which offered an unrivaled selection of books and music to customers in the 1990s, was no longer enough to keep it ahead of its competitors. Internet-based retailers could offer literally every book in print in the world without having to support giant stores. If in-store selection was formerly its competitive advantage, that was no longer working. Borders would have to find something else. Perhaps it could compensate by building a robust online business. Yet its response to the threat of internet retailing seems, in retrospect, an obviously doomed strategy. From 2001 to 2008, Borders outsourced its internet business to Amazon.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?